guys, it's me, Shelly, and I am going to talk to you guys today about something that I don't want to talk to you guys about, right? Like, we're going to talk about insecurities. So, where to begin? So, honestly, okay, so back in the day, I used to call myself confidently insecure. Honestly, it still stands today. So I, gosh, I, I think a lot of us deal with insecurity. Some deal with them more than others, and I think I'm one of those people who deal with it more. Um, so recently, insecurities have been popping up like crazy, and I noticed that since I don't think I necessarily have been avoiding them. I just have been ignoring them. And so, like, I've noticed that my insecurities have been now projecting onto my husband, and that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. I think that over the years, so first off, I don't think I mentioned it before, but I'm 31, right? So I just turned 31 in December. And for, I don't know, since I've been 25, I've been like, oh, new Shelly, like, I'm not insecure anymore, right? But once I hit 30, the insecurities have increased. I do not know what it was about 30. 30 was a hard year for me. 31 just begun. So, but where I'm at with my insecurities, I feel as though that I have been working on them, right? Like, I'm starting to step out my shell, starting to be myself more around people who I don't know. I'm starting to pour myself out on camera, put myself out there when it comes to my business, Purposeful Horizon. Go check that out if you need math tutoring. I'm starting to post. But like seriously, I feel as though I am still insecure. And I know, because I'm trying to become this woman who I know I can be and that I will be one day, it's kind of hard because those insecurities are showing up now, and I'm just like, ugh, I thought I dealt with this, like when I was a teenager, the insecurities was about like how I looked, which was like crazy because like I was a kid, like body image was a thing. And once I became an adult, it was like, oh, why was you judging your kid body, period, right? Like, you're comparing yourself to other people, you're judging your body in general when you're just this child you're still developing. And so that's one area. And another, oh, and I guess that's still today, right? Like, some days I'm like, oh girl, like, I'm I'm a black woman. I have curves. And I'm on the pluser size at the moment, and I'm trying to work to get back. Not get back, actually. I'm trying to work to have the body shape that I want, but it's hard because number one, PCOS. It is. I'm not trying to give all my power to PCOS, but the way that my body responds, and then my stress hormones, and it's just my hormones in general has been off the charts. So I've been struggling to just get in control, a balance of my hormones. I'm still learning my body. So that's been hard. I've been insecure because I wouldn't necessarily say this is a comparison, but it's hard to see. So because of PCOS, I've struggled with fertility, and gosh, that's hard to talk about, right? So, you know, for years. Me and my husband been trying, but more so recently. And I think I got to a point where I just been like, like I see the kids and I'm like, oh, I want a baby so bad. I want a mini me. I want a mini me. And I think one of the biggest reasons why I would like to have a child of my own is so I can love that child the way that I felt like I wasn't loved during my childhood. And I know that's a little bit selfish, but at the same time, it's like, that I feel like the inner me, the inner child, would be like healed by the things that I would do for my child. Like, for if it was a daughter or even if it's a son, like the love that that child will receive will be crazy. But that's an area where I have to trust the Lord in, and I struggle with that. And my relationship with God is definitely, it's definitely real, right? I'm not going to God and being like, okay, God, like, give me this car. I'm going to God with my emotions and my heart, and I'm pouring it out to Him. And my relationship with Him, I would say it's beautiful, but it's also real, and it's a struggle. There are times where I've cursed at God and been mad at God, and why this, why that, and you know, just bringing all the real raw emotions that I feel, especially like lately. It definitely has been about the child. Like, I've been reading Hannah a lot more, less than you know I should, but I focus on that story a lot. And it's like, she prayed and she was like, I'll give my son to you, Lord. And I feel like I've tried that. I tried that, but honestly, it's God's timing, right? Like, my body is the Lord, so if He decides to bless me with a child, then I'll be happy. But I think over the last year, I've definitely been like trying to accept the fact that, what if it's not in the cards for me? Like, what if I'm not called to be a mother in the way that I look like, in the way that I look at it? So one of the things that I also struggle with, which is an insecurity as well, is that I expectations, right? Like, with life, I've I think I've made a plan for my life. Like, when I was in college, actually even before college, I was I think middle school. I wrote down what I want out of life. I grew up in poverty, and it was a struggle for me and my siblings. And my mom did the best that she could, single mother with 5 kids. So, and I'm the baby girl, right? So, so I guess technically I was for you, right? But like, even with all the things that we've been through in life, I always was like, I want more for myself. I want more for myself, and I want more for my family. And so I decided to go to college, and I have a natural gift at math. And so, that was my undergrad and that was my graduate. And then after that, I was like, oh, I'll get a job. And that's how far I planned. And then life was just like, yeah, I'm going to take you for a ride, right? So I've been married for almost 7 years. In a couple, actually, next week it'll be 7 years. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. I may have to make this into 2 separate videos. But I'm saying all that to say that I have been struggling with being insecure, and it's showing up in different areas. And it's hard for me right now to, I don't want to say accept it, but more so just to face it. You know, like, yeah, I feel like I've dealt with the pain, well, the grief, right? I grieve the possibility of what if, um, at least when it comes to a child. And yeah, I can ramble and I can skip around topics, but in my head it's all related, so bear with me. I am working on that. That's one thing my husband's like, girl, you're jumping. And I'm like, but my therapist understands. So yeah, I am making this video just to say that if you have insecurities that you're dealing with, you're not alone. I'm there with you, and I'm working on those insecurities. And so I hope that this video finds you and that you realize that you're not alone and that you're loved and that you can make it through it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.